Hi, this is Carmine Appice, and you are listening to Rockum Radio.
Congratulations
Well, thank
for
you.
your number 3.
Yeah, huh? How about that?
Billboard.
That's we wanted to get on the blues chart because I was watching all my buddies like Foghat and Robin Trower get on the blues charts. And I told my label, I said we should market this as a blues album because it is blues rock. It always has been. And then the owner of the label I was talking to, he said, let's call it Temple of Blues. I said, great. Temple of Blues influences and friends, and we get everything in there. So we did it. And that's what we want to do. I didn't know it was going to break in so high, but I'm happy about it. This is the first time I've been on the Billboard charts in many, many years.
What inspired you to create the album Templat of Blues?
Well, actually, it wasn't my idea. The owner of Cleopatra Records is a friend of mine, and we have some other Cactus stuff on Cleopatra. And he came up to me and said, what do you think of this idea? And he said, can you do an album of people that were influenced by Cactus? I said, yeah, I think I could do that, So, in the past, I've done the Guitar Zeus record, which had a lot of great guitar players on it. So I said, yeah, I think I can do this. So I said, I need a budget. So we worked out a budget, and when we started doing it, I started in my studio. I have a studio in Florida in my house. And I went in, I did the drums first of anything. The drums were first.
The drum was first. How was the process of selecting the song for this album?
Basically, when they said we're going to do it, so I picked the most famous Cactus songs, Evil, Parchment Farm, one way or another. And I looked at songs that were really good, like Alaska, and songs that weren't that really good. A lot of people liked, like Restrictions. And I just went through all the albums and came up with 14 songs. And I did the Guiltless Glider 2 times, one with our singer and one with Ripper Owens, because when I heard him do it, I really love what he did, but I also love what my singer did. So we kept one, we kept both of them. And, and different songs like Restrictions, which had, who was on that one? It had my singer on it, and they had Ty Tabor on it, and Phil Susan and myself. And that came out great. And I knew Ty and Doug from King's X were big Cactus fans, so they were a natural. Evil, it was a natural to have Dee Snider singing it because he loved Cactus and he loved that song. He recorded that song.
Yes.
And I had Doug Pinnick play bass, and Jim McCarty, original guitarist, played guitar. And he said, when I told him who was going to sing it, he said, that guy from Twisted Sister? I said, yeah. I said, he loves Cactus. And then when I played it for him, he goes, who's that singer? I said, I told you. It's Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. He said, wow, he sounds just like Rusty Day. I said, yeah, he does. Rusty Day was our original singer.
How did this collaboration come about? And what was your experience working with amazing artists?
Just basically
Ted Naren. I love Ted.
I love Ted. Ted's an old friend of mine. I know him since 1967. And he was managed by my manager. And from then, I played with him in '82 for a year. I played on different records of his, and we've been friends for a long time. And I know he loved Cactus. He played on my Guitar Zeus records also back in the '90s. And when I told him I'm doing this, he didn't even hesitate. I said, you want to play on something? He says, I'm in. Hell yeah. He said, hell yeah. And I said, which song? So one way or another. So when I gave him One Way or Another, I had Doug Pinnick on bass and Doug Pinnick on vocals and myself. So, and he just had to put the guitar on. And that's how I did everything. I called everybody and I said, you know, we're doing this album. And it's when I found out that they were fans of Cactus and friends of Cactus, I thought. I thought like Steve Stevens was a friend of mine.
Steve Stevens.
Ended up being a fan of Cactus. You know, so that was more of a, you know, an influence rather than just a friend. Okay. Warren Haynes was a friend, but he was influenced by Cactus. So that happened a bunch of times on the record, which I said, wow, I didn't realize Cactus fingers stretched that far, you know, as far as influence. And it went great. It went over and over and over and over, calling people. It took a year to do this. Started just with my drums. I started with the drums and the click, and I played in my head for Parchment Farm. I played in my head for One Way or Another. Then it got to be difficult, so I put the click down. Then I started singing the riffs like Evil, Bomb Bomb, down, lay down, da down, da down, da down, down, bomb bomb, drum fill, down, lay down, da down, da down, da down, then vocal, you know, solo. I did the whole track like that, and then I played to that. And then if I wanted to edit something, I knew where I was in the track. The two before that, I didn't know where I was because I had nothing on tape except my drums. So I did the rest of the songs like that. Then I gave it to our singer. He played guitar, sang it, and harmonica. And our bass player played bass, James Caputo and Jim Stapley. And then when I talked to somebody, I said, okay, what song do you want to play? Parchment Farm for Joe Bonamassa, right? Because I did his podcast, and he said, you blew my brains out with that. So we did that. He played on that. We got Jim McCarty on that, too, and Billy Sheehan, because Billy Sheehan,
Mr. Rick,
big fan of Cactus and Tim Bogert. So,
Tim Bogert, yes.
So little by little, we developed it, got it all going. And before it was called Temple of Blues, it was called just Cactus, Influences, and Friends. Right? And then I noticed on the charts that Foghat and Robin Trower were on the Billboard Blues charts. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 5. And I said to my record company owner, it was his idea. I said, look, we got this album almost together. Why don't we market it as a blues record? Because, you know, Foghat's no more blues than Cactus. We were always a blues rock band. We had blues, 6/8 blues, like the one that Warren Haynes did on the record. So why don't we just do that?
Yes.
So he said, you know what? We should call it Temple of Blues.
Temple.
And then I said, yeah, Temple of Blues, Influences and Friends. That's great. And we already had the idea for the album cover. That was my idea. I wanted it to be like Sgt. Pepper. Everybody was on the album cover. So when we said Temple of Blues, we said we can change the artwork around it to be a temple. All the inside artwork can be a temple. Everywhere, you know, where there's artwork, it can be a temple. I said, man, that's great. So that's what we did. So we called it Temple of Blues. And our ultimate goal was to be on the Billboard Blues charts.
Wow. If you could go back in time to any concert you did perform, which one would you choose and why?
It's too many. Too many. I mean, the ones with Rod Stewart were unbelievable in stadiums, and 5 nights in Madison Square Garden, 6 nights at the Forum in LA, you know, and then like, you know, Vanilla Fudge on the Ed Sullivan Show. I mean, there's so many things to remember. I've been blessed, knock on wood, that I had a good career, and I'm still here to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, with an album that just hit the charts. I mean, you know, come on, I'm 77 years old, you know.
What can fans expect from Cactus' upcoming live shows?
Well, we did 3 already with Foghat and 1 on our own. The 2 with Foghat and Pat Travers and 1 on our own. And we're doing another couple next week.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we got August, we got a few. You know, so they're spread out, you know. Touring, you know, you can't tour today unless you get big money. And I wouldn't tour unless I can have my own plane, my own doctors, my nurses, masseuses, like Rod Stewart.
Okay.
It's easy to go like that. In a van, a Sprinter van, a couple of roadies, it's hard. So I go out for 3 or 4 days and come back home. And 2 weeks later, another 3 or 4 days. I play with my own show. It's called Tonight's the Night, a true Rod experience.
It's
Okay.
Rod Stewart.
And it's a guy that looks like Rod, sounds like Rod. And we do all the songs. Hits were first. The band goes on with 7 songs of the 80s. Some guys have All the Luck, Forever Young, those kind of songs. Then we take an intermission. Then I come out, talk to the audience and tell them, the girl 14 years, me 7 years, 21 years of Rod on the stage right now. And then you want to rock? Yeah, we go back, Hot Legs.
Hot Legs.
And then we do Young Turks, and then we do Passion, then we do
Beautiful song.
My Heart, all the songs that I played on.
Sure.
We even do You Keep Me Hanging On, the way Rod did on that first album, Footloose and Fancy Free. So by the time we're done, we're shooting off confetti, we're kicking soccer balls. I mean, it's a great show. So if you look at my website, you see there's one on July 6th and July 11th, July 19th, August 4th. They're spread out,
Yes.
So, they're easier to do.
Your runs in this album is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great, this album, honestly. But
you see that album over there? Can you see that over there?
Yes. Oh,
5 platinum records for that album.
Wow.
Rod, playing with Rod was my best experience.
Do you have any connection with Rod right now?
Yeah. I have a book out now called Stick It, My Life for Sex, Drums, and Rock and Roll. It's an autobiography. Rod wrote the introduction for me. And I go see him, and we took a picture of me and the girl that played sax with him, sent it to Rod. And he said, great to see my good old friends together. It's not like my friend. I can call up my friend. He's up in the, he's like the high resolution of the business.
Wow.
He's worth $500 million, and he has a life. He's got 18 kids, whatever he's got. He has his life. So if I email him, he'll get back to me in a couple of weeks, maybe not, but it's fine.
Rod Stewart is a music star. Your band is one of the best bands of rock in the history of the planet.
And I played with him. He was the best performer, the best singer, the best musician, the best everything.
Yes.
That's why we played in front of 100,000 people in every city.
Wow. What was your experience like participating in the Hearing A charity project in 1986?
I didn't do a lot, actually. I was with King Cobra. We were on the road, and I came in. I just did the singing part.
Mm-hmm.
My brother played drums on it with Frankin.
Yes.
Yeah. And I couldn't do it because I was on the road with King Cobra, but I flew in just to do that. So it's like, I forgot, but it reminds me of this. Where is it? Hold on. There we go. It reminds me of this. The cover.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot all about Hearing Aid. Yeah, I forget about a lot of the things I did. I forgot. People ask me what albums I played on, and I forgot, like I played on Marty Friedman's album from Megadeth. And I forgot I played with Jan Ackerman from Focus.
Okay. That.
Yeah, that was like in 1973, 4, something like that.
Wow, but your contribution in the rock music is amazing.
I'm on the new Michael Schenker album, his UFO album.
The UFO album.
2 tracks with Joel Turner singing.
Wow. And is there any possibility of seeing you, Tony Frankin, and Joe Sykes again?
Nope.
No?
No. John Sykes has gone into hiding. Nobody hears from him.
No way.
I just played with Cactus two weeks ago. I had Tony Franklin play bass with me. And my bass player was out of town with Blondie, so Tony played. when I went to Venezuela, Tony played with us as well. So I called him, and I knew he knew the songs, and we had a great time. The band was kicking ass. It was great. New singer, new guitar player, and me and Tony was smoking.
Okay, that was a great album. I love it.
I love it too. We were going to do something, and it fell apart, and John disappeared. We never. You text him 10 times, and maybe he'll answer. He doesn't like the business now. He said the way to Spotify, I don't either. That's why I say to people, please don't Spotify a Cactus album. Buy it.
Yeah, yes.
Trump says drill, drill, drill. I say buy, buy, buy.
Well, let me tell you, I will go and buy the record because I'm a big fan of your music, huh?
Yeah, thank you. But it's like you come to a gig and go, "Can you sign my album?" You can't say, "Can you sign my Spotify?"
No.
Right?
Right? No. The sound
was meant. It's got beautiful. Got beautiful artwork. It's got the lyrics in here. It's got,
of course,
another pamphlet in here. You open it up, and there's the cover again. You got all this stuff and credits.
Exactly. I need that album in my collection.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, I didn't even see this picture. See that picture?
No. Show me.
See that?
Wow. Oh, your drum, Zed.
Yeah.
Cactus.
I haven't even opened that part of the album yet. So that's what's good about it. There's always surprises when you have these albums, You take the CD off, and you got quotes. You got quotes from a lot of the people that played on it about what Cactus meant to them. It's really, really cool. So that's why I say, buy it. I mean, when I hear something new that I like, I buy it. I don't stream it. I don't stream anything, because streaming has destroyed this business. I mean, if you want to buy, you support the band that you like.
Go and buy the record.
You don't support the band. You support the record company and Spotify. They're the only ones that make any money on it. It's not fair.
Absolutely. It's not fair.
I put a year of my life into this album for somebody to pay $8 a month and listen to all my music for nothing.
Nah, Spotify sucks. Let me say. Exactly.
That's a good T-shirt. Spotify sucks.
Now it's yours.
I might do that. That's
I will send you one. Spotify sucks. And what does King Cobra means to you?
Yeah, King Cobra was my band when Ozzy fired me. Ozzy didn't fire me. Sharon fired me. She said my name was too big. I needed to start my own band, so I did, and that was King Cobra.
So this was the answer to Ozzy.
That was the answer to Ozzy. But I had a big record company, but unfortunately, they didn't do a job. They didn't do a job. Everybody loves that first record. Everybody loves the first Blue Murder record, So I've been lucky. I did some great groups. I had some great albums, and I've been blessed. I had a good life.
Of course.
I'm still having a good life, and it's not over. I'm still doing great records.
Exactly. You continue.
I got more in the works. I'm going to do some other things that are going to be great. I can't talk about it yet.
Talking about your life, I have a question. How would you like Carmine Appice to be remembered in the music history? Well,
just, as I am now, a guy that keeps moving ahead and try different things. And I originated certain kinds of drumming, and I did a lot of firsts in the business, like heavy rock drumming and big oversized drums, pioneered that. I did the drum books. I did the first clinics. I did a lot of crazy stuff. But, if I'm remembered for that, I'm happy. I wrote Rod Stewart's #1 hit single, co-wrote it, the biggest single he ever had. So, I have a lot to be thankful for and a lot to be remembered by.
Any last words to your fans in this interview?
I would like to thank everyone for supporting me all these years. And I hope we continue our relationship. I make music and you guys buy it. And I say buy, don't stream. Okay? And I'm very happy that people have been following me all these years. And they enable me to do this. I couldn't do without their support. Guys like you too, play the record and do interviews and stuff. So I appreciate it all. I'm happy that you had me on the show, and
you earn the appreciation of the people.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And just play that record. Just play that record. Kick ass with that record.
Cactus in the mail soon is coming.
Okay. Oh, you didn't get it yet?
No, I'm waiting.
Oh, wow.
I was waiting the record.
Oh, yeah, the big record. Yeah.
Of course, I'm a record lover.
They have a nice red vinyl.
Oh, beautiful.
Vinyl's all red. Beautiful, beautiful package.
I
sell them at the Cactus gigs. We just sold a lot of them at the weekend with Foghat. And now next weekend, I'm going to hopefully sell the remainder.
No, okay.